Welcome to the Clapper Racing YouTube channel. Today is hopefully the day I drop the new motor in, the rx7. Did a little bit of cleaning under here, did a little bit of polishing, and I polished up the radiator and a couple of the intercooler pipes that you can see under the hood, and the coolant tank and stuff like that. Try to keep it looking halfway decent, but I'm gonna try to start dropping this thing in now, and got to pull the exhaust off because I got it out last time with the exhaust on it, but there's no way I can get it in with the exhaust still on. So I'm gonna pull the exhaust off and probably try to get the motor in and get it bolted in. I don't know if I'm gonna get it running today or not. I'm expecting a check for the Mustang. Hopefully it comes in soon, and then I'm gonna need to go to the bank and cash it because it's supposed to be gone in a couple days. Transporter's supposed to come get it, but yeah, try to get it done as much as I can today, and I've got tomorrow to do some stuff, and I should have it running by this week. I'm gonna try to take my time and, you know, do it right and try not to screw anything up, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started and see how far I get. Got the motor dropped in. Gotta put the motor mounts, put the nuts on for the motor mounts here, and put the transmission cross member in, and it'll be bolted in, and then I'll have to do the wiring and the intake manifold and all the other good stuff. So I've gotten a little carried away here. I don't have any fluids in the car, but the only thing I really have left to do before I can start it is I need to put the starter on and obviously put oil in it like I just said, and I need to put the downpipe on, and I need to fill it up with coolant and put the starter on. Can't remember if I just said that, but getting pretty excited now. So got everything wired up and getting real close. It's actually starting to rain, as you can see, but see how far we can get. Got everything pretty much buttoned up. Got the starter on, intake, everything, radiator in. I got to fill up the radiator and the transmission and the engine, and I should be able to start this thing. Just filled her up with fluids. Gonna try to start this thing up here in a second. Only thing I'm gonna do is change the required fueling in the computer because it's a smaller motor now. So I got to go in and tell it what size engine and stuff like that. But as soon as I do that, we're gonna see if this thing will crank up. Let's see if she'll start. Got 51 pounds of oil pressure at idle, so that's good. Burning all the oil off. As you can see, I got the old girl running last night. Did a little faster than I thought I would. Once I got rolling, everything went pretty smooth, so got the whole motor in and got it started up. But got a few little finishing touches I have to do before I can drive it. I need to put the shifter back in. I need to drain a little bit of transmission fluid out because I just put a full gallon in and it takes a little less than a gallon. So go under the car and drain it out. Man, it smells like E85 in here. Yep, so I got to do that and that. And last night when I was running it, I forgot I didn't have this ground hooked up to the head. I'm surprised it even ran. But that is the computer, the ground for the ECU and all of my sensors, and it was still running somehow. So but I'm gonna get started on that and hopefully go take it for a test drive. Taking her down the road now. Seems to be doing good. Oil pressure's fine. It's a little bit richer than it was. I need to work on the fueling. But I got some new, I guess I can talk about the fuel system. I have some Bosch 210 injectors that I'm going to be putting in here to get rid of my Deca 80-pound injectors. And also, I have some, I already have the Dash 8 feed and 6 return that I'm going to be putting on here. Right now it's got a, I'm using actually the factory hard lines, which is around 3/8 feed and return, and it's worked so far until I put E85 in it and I was running on the max that pulls when I bent the rod. I was like 98% duty cycle, and it seemed like the fuel pressure was trying to drop, and I had a single 450 Walbro in the tank. So I got a different fuel hat with the that the pumps go on. So I'll be I'll have twin Walbro 450s, Dash 8 feed to the rail, Dash 6 return, and Bosch 210. So that should be plenty for what I'm doing. I'm gonna try to get that done. I don't know. I still haven't got the injectors yet, so I'll probably work on it a little bit here and there. Maybe run the return one day, and then run the feed another day, and then do the, you know, just kind of do it in steps, so I don't have the car down for a while. But should work pretty good. It's a pretty proven setup. But car's running fine, keep it cool. Oil pressure looks pretty good, so we're gonna roll with it. Make sure, probably drive it a little bit, make sure it don't blow up, but as of right now, it's doing good. So when I had the motor out of the car, I had a piston stop, put the piston stop in, and marked the balancer on top dead center. And I made a little makeshift timing mark reader, but there's millions of videos on YouTube on how to do this, but I'm just setting the true advance and the mega squirt so it knows exactly what the timing is. But so I've got that, and I've got it on a fixed idle at 14 degrees in the ignition settings, and I'm just adjusting it with the got the timing light set on 14 degrees, and it should be reading with that. It's pretty close. It's hard to see with the camera, but getting it close now. My other one was about 4.5 off, the LS1, so this one looks like it's about 6, which seems like a lot, but I don't know. See how that does. I don't think you can see it with the camera, but that's pretty close to my timing mark. So we're gonna roll with that. See if she bends a rod. So go in here, burn that, close, and then turn my regular ignition timing control on. So on this, instead of fixed timing here, you turn it back to use table, and it will go to idling normal. Glad to have old girl back. Just running some errands, you know. Make everybody sick. Everybody sick yet? Okay. Need to work up on the startup tune on for the E85, but close enough. She's running good though. Haven't had any major issues yet. Trying to figure out a way to pump the E85 out of these barrels in my truck, and went to Harbor Freight and seen this little non-submersible pump, and figured I'd give it a shot. Went to Lowe's and got me some 3/4 inch nylon tubing, and got a few fittings, because this pump has hose ends on it, and I got this fitting here. That's a barb to hose, 3/4 inch, and a couple worm clamps, but see how good that works. And I'm gonna put it all together, and it's a 12-volt pump, hooks to a car battery, so see how she does. The 85 pumping station's working like a champ. Got a line going to the pump, line coming out the pump into here. I have to shove it all the way down the funnel or else it spills out. Then I got it hooked to my battery. Hook this up a little better. Then I got my switch here. All I gotta do is just cut it on, start pumping away. It actually pumps really fast, so it's good. Probably gonna end this video off here. I'll probably have some updates later on. I'll be working a lot in the next month or so, so I might not be putting up a lot of videos. I'll be on night shift for like a month, but I'll try to do the best I can putting up content. And I got the shipper coming to get the Mustang tomorrow, and he's taking it up to Boston for his new owner. Some people might have been wanting me to do something with it, but I'd rather make some money off of it instead to fund my rx7 and my other project. But that'll pretty much be it for this video. Appreciate you watching. Thanks.